Okay, what is the simplest universe that could self-replicate that is also conducive to the formation of life? And we're going to go back in time, looking back in our existing universe, and we're going to think about two, or a related universe, not our universe. We'll think about two possible ways in which the entire universe, or the vast majority of all space, could be in the Goldilocks zone, habitable, have radiation temperatures equivalent to what we have right here in good old Earth. The one that's less likely or more complex and more difficult would be the idea that started with what we call the Olber's paradox, which says that if the universe isn't expanding, then the entire sky would be filled with stars, and so the sky would be shining at the temperature of the surface of stars, and it would burn us up and we wouldn't exist. So the universe has to be expanding in order for there to be fewer stars in space, and also sort of therefore has to have a start. But that evokes the idea that a universe that was expanding maybe slower, and we're just going to put this out in kind of a very general description. If the universe were expanding slower, there would be more stars in the sky, and if it's expanding at just the right speed, the stars in the sky would produce out in the middle of the empty space away from any individual star's planetary system, the whole space, all of the universe would be bathed in radiation that is in the Goldilocks zone, exactly right for life. Well, that's not our universe. It's obviously not. Our universe is way colder. But adjust the physics laws, and you might have a universe in which so much more conducive to life than what we've got, but maybe also so much more prone to like collapse because we have too much mass too tightly packed together. And so this universe might not live that long, but it would live long enough to produce life, and then of course it has to live long enough to self-replicate, and then it can go its merry way and go back into a big crunch and be gone, and it's short-lived. And that's why theoretically we have a universe that has adjusted away from that, because life wants to find a way to be long-lasting and survive and keep surviving. Okay, that was the one, and it's not the one I favor. The other one is even cooler and also more fundamental, more likely, in fact. And we'll talk about that in a sec.